Hey everyone, it's Jake Moriarty, Masters Realty Associates. Sunday afternoon, finally got a little quiet time, so I wanted to make you a video. So I had the same question come up twice this week, and it had to do with rent-to-own properties. Are they out there? Are people doing them? How do they work? And the answer is kind of yes and no. Yes, there's something out there, but it's not really like rent-to-own. So the right term is called a lease purchase option. And the way that it works is you're essentially renting the property, and then at the end of the rental term, you have an option to purchase. And you would be locking in the price at the beginning of the contract. So, it works when you want to lock in today's prices. So home prices are rising and you're not going to be, ready to get a mortgage for some reason for another year or two, but you want to lock in today's prices. Yeah, maybe a lease purchase option is the right deal for you. So again, the way it works is you're typically going to put down 10% or $10,000, whichever is higher, 10% of the purchase price, and then that is paid as an option fee. You're paying for the right to purchase at today's prices at the end of the rental term. Now, if you don't close at the end of the rental term, the lease term, that option fee is still paid to the seller. Sometimes you'll work out an arrangement where maybe you split it at the end, but typically the option fee is paid to the seller whether you close or not. So this is a good situation if you're have a foreclosure or a bankruptcy that's a couple years old but not quite far enough in the past where you can qualify for a qualified mortgage. But if you're looking for something where you don't have to come up with down payment money or closing costs, then this isn't necessarily the right situation. Like I said, if you have the down payment money, you got the closing costs, and you have good stable income. That's the other thing is if you're going to lock yourself into putting a good chunk of change down, and then knowing that you're going to be able to close on a loan in 2 years, you want to make sure you have very stable income, because at the end of the term the option fee is paid, like I said. So make sure you're going to be able to get that mortgage at the end of the day. Now, in both the cases that I had this week, I had buyers that had already gotten pre-qualification letters, and actually both of them happened to be from one of these companies that, big national companies. They do commercials where, you apply for a mortgage over the phone with your app and all that. Those guys, you don't get the personal approach as you do with a local lender. Obviously, we've been doing this for 10 years now, and we know who closes loans and who has a harder time closing loans. When you're going to work with a local mortgage broker, lender, a local bank even, they're generally going to take a more detailed look at your situation and tell you, hey, yeah, we can do it. This is how much we can lend you. This is how much you need to come up with. Or they're going to say, no, I don't want to waste your time or mine. This is what you need to do. You got to wait 6 months. You got to wait a year. You got to, raise $5,000 or whatever it is. But you got to be careful with some of these guys, on TV. Call the number. Yeah, sure. We'll give you $150,000, $250,000, $350,000, and they get your hopes up. You start looking at houses. You fall in love with one. You get an offer accepted. You start doing inspections, appraisals, spending money, and then it comes time to close the loan, and oh, sorry, can't do it. Those guys, they are focusing more on the quantity over quality, whereas the local individual, they're going to generally, they're going to give you the more personal attention, and they're going to focus on quality. They have more hands-on. They want to make sure that every single person that they work with is, eventually going to work out to a paycheck for them. The big guys, they can shuffle you around from person to person, and like I said, it's quantity over quality. So again, we've been after this for 10 years now. Even of the locals, there are ones that are going to waste your time. They're going to make your life very difficult. And then there are ones that just have their business together. They're excellent with communication. They're excellent with the documentation. They're not going to go tell you to find your paperwork 10 times and resend it to you over and over and over again. It's so frustrating. It makes the process harder than it needs to be. So we've already developed those relationships. And actually the two people that I'm telling you about, we referred them to a local lender here that has a program that offers down payment assistance. There's some qualification rules and everything, but that's all about having a 10-15 minute conversation with them over the phone or in person. And they'll tell you, like I said, they'll tell you, yeah, we can do it. Here's how it works. Or no, you got to do this and that. So, talk to somebody that's been through it. This is, if you've never purchased a home before, or if it's been a really long time, things are always changing. So give us a call and tell us, what your situation is. Tell us, if you would like to speak with one of these local lenders, and, if it's down payment assistance programs, or if it's, something in your past that you just want to, a little more time, maybe lease purchase option is the right program for you, or maybe you have a property that you're having a hard time selling and you're okay with, what it's worth today, but you can't find that buyer. Offer that lease purchase option, because that buyer might be out there, but he just can't, or she can't get that loan for a couple more years. Make that an option to them. Make sure that they know about it. Make sure they're getting the word out there. Like I said, we've run into these problems before and we know how to address them. So the number is 772-212-1234. And it's Masters Realty Associates. I'm the broker, Jake Moriarty. Give me a call and let's talk. Thanks. Have a great day.